Hello, overcomers. Hi, how y'all doing? My name is LaFrancis Pfeiffer. I bring you greetings from St. Luke Missionary Baptist Church and also from our nonprofit organization. We're called Positive People Promotions. I'm excited to be with you tonight. I'm excited to talk to you all of you overcomers. So thank you for your mentors at Immerse for this opportunity to speak to you. And thank you all for listening and for showing up for these skills segments. I thank you for being a part of Immerse. So I wanted to talk to you today about the new normal or our normal as we know it. First, before I get started, let me tell you this. I have a serious issue trying to figure out where to look as I do this video. I do. I don't know if I'm supposed to look up, if I'm supposed to look down. I don't know. Usually my son is with me and he's away in college. So he's not here to record me and all that stuff. So I'm 50 years old and I'm trying to figure it out. So that's what's happening. But I'm happy to be here and I'm going to do the best I can do with what I have and what I've been given to do. So again, I'm grateful to be here. Thank you, Deidre, and all you all at Immerse for this opportunity to speak and to impart into these wonderful children, wonderful young adults that you all serve. So first off, I want to talk about some of the etiquette that this COVID season is presenting to us that makes us have to do and the things that we have to yield to because of what the time is calling for. And, you know, sometimes it's just life. Sometimes we go through events, struggles, and storms, and we don't know why. But the reason sometimes won't even be revealed to us until later. But we just handle it, you know. We bounce back and we go through and we be all right at the end. And I know some of you all can write books about your journey and the things that you've had to change or the things that you've had to endure and go through. And I salute you. We all have our crosses to bear. And I just salute you for still showing up, you know, because when you show up, you may not come ready to fight, but you're showing up, you know. And so I'm grateful to you for that. So as we show up during this land of COVID, I'm going to give you some tips and some things that'll help us to protect ourselves, protect those around us, and those who we love and who we hold dear. Some of the questions are, do I have to wear a mask? Yes, you have to wear a mask. It's a mandate that you have to wear a mask, a state mandate. It's not optional. And you shouldn't see people without wearing one. If you do, just go the opposite way. If you have an extra in your pocket that you've not used, because sometimes we carry extras because we want to be sure people are taken care of. You say, hey, man, I forgot. Or I have a mask. I have an extra mask if you need one, you know, and it may prompt them to go to their car and get their mask because sometimes, you know, you just run out and you forget it, you know, so that may be an opportunity for you to prompt someone else to do the right thing because we're not just protecting ourselves, we're protecting others. Because sometimes we're walking with the virus and never know it, right? So just to protect others, wear your mask, stay 6 feet from the other people, maintain your distance, don't hug people and embrace, stay away from babies and children and pets, you know, because we don't know everything yet. And so I encourage you to just do your level best to do the best, you know, until we figure out more. So that's just what I wanted to talk to you all about as it relates to COVID and staying in compliance with what our state and our officials are telling us to do. And as far as having company over your house and all that stuff, for me, if y'all see this picture up here, that's my children only. That's just my children. So as you can, that's about 8, 9 people in that one picture. And that's just the kids. So then it's my husband and myself. We don't have room for other people. We don't have room for other people. So we can't allow anybody to come to our home because we don't have room. And we want to stay safe and we want to live to see the next day. So we don't have company. But if you have a large enough home where you all can wear your mask, People can bring their own meal and y'all can share that together, and keep, 6 feet apart. Then cool, do what you do. But as for me and mine, we can't. So what we do with our family, our extended family, we have FaceTime, we have Facebook, Instagram, messaging. Those are the ways that you keep in touch with people you love when you can't physically touch them. And it's okay. Make a telephone call. Have a conversation with people. Imagine that. Talk to folks, So that's always goes well. So that's that. I just wanted to be sure that I say something about the time in which we're living, because COVID is here. And just because you don't address it doesn't mean it's just going to magically go away. So I wanted to let you all know where I stood, or where we as a nation should stand when it comes to protecting each other. So now let's talk about coping with change and how will change. Change is inevitable. That means change is going to happen. Whether you want to or not, it's going to happen. And how you respond to your change will make all the difference in the world. And your outlook on life will be greater. I was always taught that if you're teachable, if you allow yourself to grow and be teachable, all kind of doors can open to you, just because you're willing to learn. Knowledge is powerful, but it's what you do with that knowledge that makes you better. Yeah, it's what you do with that knowledge that makes you better. So ways to help you all, young adults, cope with change. So what happens when life throws you a curveball? What do you do? What do you do? How do you adjust to the curveballs? I know sometimes living in situations where we're trying to figure out, how do I be an adult for real? How do I adult? How do I manage bills? How do I manage my apartment? How do I take care of my child? How do I get a job? All of those things you have to figure out how my brain is going to cope with having to learn all of that, and that's hard sometimes. So I'm gonna give you that. That's hard sometimes. Even the greatest adult, the oldest of adults, like I said, I'm 50 years old. I have to learn coping skills when it comes to different levels. And so first I want to tell you that this stuff isn't easy, but it's a process and it's doable, especially for overcomers. It's not just haphazard that you're part of a group called Overcomers, because that should spark something in you that says, I can come over anything that's given to me, anything that is put in my path. I can come over it. I can overcome it. You should always think about that and know that you're destined in a place that's going to feed into you and mentor and impart into you ways to overcome whatever obstacles and issues that you go through. So how do I do that? How do I manage when life throws me curveballs that I didn't know was coming? Well, I acknowledge the emotions. I say, okay, you're right. That made me mad, or that has got me, I'm thrown for a loop. I don't know what to do now. You acknowledge that emotion. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you're less of a person because you have to acknowledge, I'm tripping right now. I'm going through something. It doesn't. It just means you're human, and it's okay to be. So you acknowledge your emotions and you deal with them. You focus on your values. Number 2 is focus on your values. Focus on what's important to me. What do I like? What do I hold dear to me? Is it my integrity? My values are, how do I want to be perceived? How I want people to think of me, how I think of myself. Those are values and things like that. That's what you do. The second thing. So you acknowledge your emotions, you focus on your values, and then you reflect back. I've been here before. I've been through something like this before. It may not have been this particular test, but I've been through a storm before, and I know I don't have to talk to you guys, not the overcomers, about that, because of all that life has thrown you. You've already been through stuff. and you came out all right. You may have come out limping. You may come out bleeding, but you came out. You know what I'm saying? You live to tell the story. So reflect back on that and think about what you did in the past that got you through it. And figure out if that's the best option for you to go through whatever it is you're going through now. If I can use that same technique or that same coping strength. And then fourthly, we're going to shift our perceptives. We're going to change our mindsets. If it didn't work, or if something needs to change in our goals or in our path, then we're going to do that. If now COVID calls for, I'm not able to hug and embrace my best friend that's going through it, I can't get to her, or they can't get to me and love on me, and I'm needing my friend's comfort right now. So you change your perspective. There's virtual hugs. There's daps, there's things that we can do to show love to each other now that, we thought that was just haphazard back in the day. That don't mean nothing, because you do virtual hugs for me from afar. But right now, you live off of those. You live off of the little kissy faces and the little smiley faces on Facebook and the emojis now. Because it matters now, because that's all you get. And when that's all you have, then it's going to be the best. Because you don't have any more options, right? So we shift our perspectives. And then we're self-compassionate. Be okay with yourself. Sometimes we are our worst critics, and we hold ourselves to such a hard protocol. And some of those things that we hold ourselves to, you never will make them. You never will meet that goal because you hold yourself up too high. Now, there's a standard, sure enough. I'm not saying don't have standards. I'm saying don't be so hard on yourself if you mess up. If you don't get it right, or if you can't adjust to the change immediately. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be okay and understand that, that happens sometimes, But be self-compassionate. Love on you. And be okay with you, because you have to protect you. So the coping techniques or the coping skills I wanted to share with you tonight, it was just 5 of them on how to manage your change and how to cope with the situations that surround us that we don't have any type of control over. And you have to remember that. If you don't have control over it, why are you fighting against it? Why are you fighting through it? You're just building yourself up for failure. So this is what we're going to do instead. We're going to acknowledge the emotions that we have. We're going to focus on the values that we've already set for our lives and for us as people, individually and collectively. We're going to reflect back on what has worked, what brought me to the place I am now, and how I overcame. We're going to shift our perspective and change if we need to change. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I can't do that. But what I can do is ... Or what is working in this season is ... Okay? And then after we shift perspectives, we're going to be self-compassionate. We're going to love on us. We're going to know I'm doing my level best. But you have to be doing your best, though. A lot of us try to take shortcuts and try to act like I'm doing the best I can do. Are you really? So do the best that you can do, and then be self-compassionate and love on yourself and know you're doing the best. So again, my name is LaFrancis Pfeiffer. I bring you greetings from St. Luke Missionary Baptist Church, where Reverend Eric L. Alexander is my pastor. I am one of the co-founders of Positive People Promotions. We are a self-help group with my mom, Dr. Fran Kelly, and my sister and family members. We just want people to learn to be positive and be healthy and whole. That's all. That's all we want. Any of your, Miss Deidre can find me if you need to speak to me. If you have any questions for me, you can always look me up on Facebook, LaFrancis Pfeiffer, and say, I'm with Immerse. I'm an overcomer, and I'll accept you. because I don't accept a lot of people because I have to be self-compassionate and take care of me. So I stay out of a lot of drama because I'm a mama, I'm a wife, I'm a powerful woman of God, and I like to speak into the lives of young people. So I can't invite a lot of drama into my life, but I can love you. I can love you, and I can impart wisdom and knowledge into you, and I can be your friend. So thank you all for giving me this time. I hope you've learned something tonight. Remember to wear your masks. Remember to stay healthy. And if you all need to get in touch with me, Miss Deidre knows how to find me. And I thank you guys again. Have a blessed night. My shirt says, "No fear, just faith." And if you have faith and believe in yourself and believe in the God who made us all, your higher power, you'll be okay, even in this land of COVID. All right. Y'all have a good day, a good night, and I will see you later. Bye.